Hey guys, Tony Cougoule, pitching coach, Westmont College here with Figure It Out Baseball. We're into our fourth and final video in our series for our pitching warm-up. This last movement that we're going to talk about, or set of drills, is going to be our wrist weights. We're going to be showing you today the wrist weights with a 10-pound wrist weight on each hand. And so for the advanced player, maybe the college athlete, high school varsity guy, this may be okay for you. For you younger athletes, or maybe guys that don't have access to wrist weights, again, some modifications. You can do these movements and perform them with just baseballs. You can do lesser weight, so 3-pound, 5-pound wrist weights. But I think it's important to know that you have some options there. The other thing I would encourage you to do is, before starting anything with weights, even wrist weights or some of the other throwing drills that we're going to talk about, if you have access to an athletic trainer or a physical therapist at your high school, or a parent in your little league organization that can do some sort of assessment on your players, it's really going to point out maybe some deficiencies in your movements. And so a movement screening assessment is really going to be important. You may find some deficiencies in range of motion in your internal, external rotators, maybe some lat or some scap issues, some hip mobility, all of these things that could lead to further injury down the road. I would really encourage you to get a physical assessment so that once you're ready to perform these exercises, you know that you can do them without having injury be a big risk. So I'm going to bring Toby in again, and he's going to show us the wrist weight exercises. I'm going to have him do it from two different angles, so you'll see him on the front side, and then we'll move him to the side so you can see the movement. So he's going to take us through 4 exercises. The first one is just going to be pronation swings. So he's going to start going with his palms up. It's going to be harder to see because the wrist weights are on. So arms are out, palms up, and then right when he gets to the top, he's just going to bring those thumbs down and let him swing. Okay, this should just be more like a pendulum movement. You're not really trying to overpower the weight. Okay, Toby, just turn around to the side. You get to see this from the side. Just the pronation swings again. Okay, it should be a continuous movement, and really getting some momentum into that movement is going to help you. You shouldn't have to overpower the weights at all. Okay, so those are your pronation swings. We're going to move into some 2-arm throws. Okay, before Toby starts, I'm just going to get you some checkpoints to start. So he's going to get his elbows up, and he's going to bring his palms are going to be facing or touching the back of his neck or the top of his shoulders. You'll see this from the other angle. So this is going to be the starting position. And then he's just going to drive his elbows out, and then as his elbows get all the way out to extension, he's going to pronate and work down. Okay, so you'll see that movement from both angles. Again, we're really just trying to let the momentum of the weights work. We're not trying to be over-aggressive with trying to throw these weights. Okay, it's 10 pounds. The baseball weighs 5 ounces. We're having a strength component here, but again, we want to do it intelligently. So again, you'll see his starting position, hands supinated up against the back of his shoulders, and then driving out, pronating out in front, and just kind of letting that weight swing out in front of you. Okay. Third exercise, okay, is going to be a Cuban press. Again, we'll walk you through it. He's going to start. The backs of his hands are going to be pointed forward. Okay. He's going to bring it up to his shoulders. He's going to turn his thumbs in and go up over his head. Okay. He's going to come straight back down, turn them in, and retrace. Okay. So you're starting up, turn over, up over your head, back down, turn over, and straight back down to your sides. Okay? Take us one more through there. Okay, kind of a 3-part movement. A lot of times I see guys go up to the top really well and then just kind of lose the bottom. We want to control that weight the whole time. Okay, we'll show it to you from the side so you can get the full view of it. Again, elbows up, turn them over, thumbs in, up overhead, back down, retrace. All right, last one is going to be the most complex movement. Okay, this is the closest thing to a throw that we're going to do in our drills, and we typically do this drill 3 different ways. So you're going to see it with a wrist weight. Okay, you're going to see it in our future video series with our plyo care balls, and then you'll also see it in our throwing drills. The pivot pickoff is an arm action drill, and it's very, very complex. So again, you're watching a guy that's been in our program for 3 years demonstrate these videos, and so don't get frustrated if you can't do them with great form right away, but make sure that you're videoing yourself and be diligent with it, because the proper form is really, really important. Okay? So we're going to start the pivot pick off. He's going to start as if he's throwing it to you. Okay? So I'll just have him walk you through it a little bit, and I'm going to just tell you what's going on. So his goal here is we're really trying to isolate the upper body. So his lower body is facing the wrong way to start. Okay? And then once he gets into this position, stop. Okay, once he gets into this position, you'll notice it would look like he was throwing normally. So his feet are in the wrong direction, the wrong orientation. We're really trying to isolate this upper body. Okay? And now the first movement he's going to do is he's going to get this front side out of the way and allow this back side to rotate. So he's creating some momentum with his glove side to deliver his back side. Okay? A lot of times when we see guys get into this position here, okay, your throwing side, this would be like if you got your feet down and in stride foot contact, okay, and your arms in a good position to throw. We see a lot of guys from this position go wide open, lose their hand away from their head, and just throw wide open and not rotate. So when we're isolating the upper body in the pivot pick, it's allowing us to rotate, through a tight window, starting with the glove side getting out of the way and reaching out in front. So Toby, give us one more at full speed, and you'll kind of see all those pieces together. Glove side gets out of the way and allows his throwing side shoulder to come through. Okay? Let's turn and face the opposite way. Now Toby's going to be throwing towards me. So again, he's faced the wrong way. He's going to get his body in position to throw. Okay, you're going to see that glove side get out of the way, giving him some momentum for his throwing side shoulder to get through. Okay, one of the really key checkpoints, that's good, Tobe. One of the really key checkpoints for us is whenever we throw a baseball, our goal is to have our backside or our throwing shoulder pass our glove side. Okay, so in this drill, when we're just isolating the upper body, we're practicing that. Okay, a lot of guys throw open-chested and don't finish and put a lot of strain on their shoulder, elbow, whatever it may be, because they're not allowing their body to rotate the correct way. So the pivot pick-off drill is great for arm action because it keeps you nice and tight through a good window, and it's also good with teaching you upper body rotation by disconnecting that front side and delivering that throwing side, shoulder, and arm in an efficient manner, and really thinking about finishing with your throwing side shoulder closer to the catcher than your glove side shoulder. That's really the key checkpoint in this. So that was our wrist weight series. Again, a lot more difficult to do than what you saw. Toby's a gifted athlete, and so he makes those look pretty easily, but they're not. And so continue to work on those, refine your craft. That's the fourth part of our warm-up series. Once you've gone through those 4 pieces, now we're ready to start doing some throwing drills with our plow care balls. I hope you'll join us to look at those as well, and just continue to get that arm action, that delivery, that overall throwing mechanics better for you so you can be more efficient, throw harder, stay healthy. Again, I'm Tony Cougoule with Westmont College Baseball. Thank you.